What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So we had another red day today. We had another red day in the stock market, and we got to break it down in this video. So without further ado, let's not waste any time. We got to break down some charts, stocks, all that good stuff. Sit back, relax, and let's just dive into the video. So we had the S&P 500 close down just a little bit over 0.6% today, actually closer to 0.7% in the red, as we had the NASDAQ 100 down about 1%, Russell down 0.9%, and the Dow ended up holding up the best today, which usually is the case. The Dow only went down 0.57% as the VIX closed just a little bit above 26, up 2.5% on the day. And this time around, I do have my phone. And in my last video, I did not have my phone, so I couldn't check what crypto is up to. So let's see quickly right now what crypto is doing. Bitcoin and Ethereum. Give me a second, guys. And by the way, we had the metals. Let's see here. Gold broke even. Silver, where the heck did silver go? Oh, it's right here. It went down 0.9% as Ethereum is currently at 1,500. It's actually up on the day. Ethereum went up 4% as Bitcoin is up currently about 1%, roughly at $20,100 per Bitcoin. And looking here at SPY, you guys can see we sold off pretty aggressively heading into the close, which is not good at all, I would say, for the bulls. And by that I mean not being good is, look at this. On the 5-day, I forget which time frame it was. Was it the 5-day? Maybe it was the 10-day. Either way, the fact that we had that aggressive of a drop right around, look at this. You see the gap down from Friday to Sunday in terms of when the futures market opened. You guys see that gap down from 404 to about 400, right? We essentially filled that gap back to 404 today and a little bit higher, almost 406, 405.50 roughly. And with that dump off at the close, we pretty much filled that gap back down. We went from 405 right before close, roughly, or where were we? Actually, yeah, almost 406, down to about 402.60. So we did lose about $2.50. So that's not the best sign, and that equates to about a 0.6% drop. It's not the best sign at all by any stretch of the imagination at this point, but it's not the end of the world yet. And I guess when you could say it would be, maybe not the end of the world, that's a bit dramatic, but where we'd see more selling pressure would be if SPY took out 400 and thus, then from there took out, I think the next alert I have is at 395 here on SPY. Yeah, 395. So if it started going under 400, 395, that's where we would get the continuation of this leg down, in my opinion at least. And to play devil's advocate here, let's see, all right, maybe we don't get the leg down. Maybe we do start to get a little bit of buying pressure, just maybe a relief rally, right? Where would this go potentially here? Nothing's guaranteed, but hypothetically, where could this go, right? Maybe up, guys, to about $410 a share, maybe $411 here on SPY. That was support from the beginning of August, pretty much all throughout August, up until Friday when we completely collapsed through it. We went from 410 to 400 on Friday alone, I believe, or more like 404 just on Friday. So big dump on Friday. So if we do get more buying pressure, to play devil's advocate here, potentially could happen, maybe a relief rally. SPY has upside to about 410, in my opinion, based on what I'm seeing here. And let's see how that correlates over here to triple Q. So across or throughout the month of August, triple Q pretty much held above 312, 313 like clockwork, right? And then on Friday, it collapsed under 313, went to 302. Now it closed at 304. It dumped into the close like SPY did. But to play devil's advocate, if we do get a bit of a relief rally, which who the heck knows what's going to happen. I mean, nobody knows what's going to happen. But this could end up moving up towards, especially if it takes the intraday highs out from today, about 307, 308, 312, 313. That's the gap to the upside that could fill. And then from there, we're probably going to get some more selling pressure if things were to play out at, on the relief rally side, which who the heck knows, again, what's going to happen. But overall, those are some thoughts on triple Q and SPY, kind of a little bit of what I'm seeing here. And overall, with all of that I just set aside, bears are still dominating over the past couple of weeks, right? From the beginning, not the beginning, but more like the middle of August, since the 16th when Triple Q hit about 334. It peaked. Now it's at 300. I mean, the Bears, they're dominating for sure. On this 20-day chart, we're under the moving averages. We have a death cross on Triple Q. Same exact thing for SPY, right, guys? So keep that in mind. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And if you haven't gotten your free stocks yet for Moomoo, what are you doing? You get 13 free stocks, each up to $2,000 with a $100 deposit. That's linked right down below. You could also get 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. It's free money, guys. Snag your free stocks down below. And with that being said, let's talk about some stocks that I'm looking at right now in the markets. We'll break down my watch list, kind of what I'm doing, all that good stuff. So energy, guys, we had energy stocks do pretty well today as crude oil hovered, I think, right before close or the close of the markets. It was at 96. Oh, look at that. It actually shot up to 97 a barrel, guys. This moves fast, very fast. It went from 85 a barrel back on the 16th of August. Now it's at 97. So it's up 13% essentially in just 2 weeks. So we have that big move in crude oil. It went even higher from where it was in my last video, I'm pretty sure. And that shot up a lot of these energy stocks. We had Diamondback Energy today. This is ticker symbol FANG. This ripped. It went up 4%. Look at this. It ended up, and mind you, last week it pulled back for I think Thursday and Friday. And it ended up, that pullback, it ended up getting bought up. You guys can see, again, we had a 4% green day. We bounced right off the 50 SMA at a higher low. We took the highs out from last week. This is looking really good in the short term, kind of as a continuation play. I think there could be more upside in Diamondback Energy, maybe towards, let's see here, if I draw out some trend lines, back in February, heading into the early days of May, we were peaking out at about 145. Now we're just under 140. So if this breaks out or continues, I think 145 is right around the corner. That could even happen tomorrow, potentially. We don't know for sure, obviously, but it could be something that could happen very soon here. Then if 145 were to break, then we would get the blow-off top rally, which in that case, it'd make a lot of money for the bulls, the longs, but it would start to get a little overbought. I'd be a little bit careful at that blow-off top rally stage. I wouldn't FOMO into it, but I would actually consider, if I was already in it, which I'm not, but if I was, I would consider locking in some profits, right? So FANG, keep your eyes on it. Diamondback Energy. I'm going to actually set an alert here. I'll put one at $145. Maybe actually I'll just put it at 140. Mark is at or above, that point here on Diamondback Energy. And the next one is, let's see here. It is APA, Apache, ticker symbol APA. We can see here it is up 3%, or went up 3% on the day. It broke above $40 a share, and it is roughly at 42 right now. And hold on, somebody's texting me. Sorry about that, guys. It went up 3% on the day. It's at $41 a share right now, and it's breaking out. Look at this. It is at, or took out 40. It's at 41. It closed at 41.30 today, and it went up 3%. And it looks like it is slowly starting to fill the gap back to the mid-40s. We're talking 46, 45, and that was actually the resistance point from the pretty much middle of March all throughout April, into the end of May. So I think that gap is looking to fill, whether it's today, whether it's, not today, or, at some point in the future here, this week. I mean, this could end up being a play, a continuation play, in my opinion. Even though it is a little overbought, momentum is clearly still on the bulls' side for ticker symbol APA. Another one that I'm looking at is Walmart, WMT. Walmart did pretty well today. It went up 1% on the day. And what we're noticing here is, if I zoom in a little bit, we pulled back from about $142 in the middle of this month. I think they reported earnings. They shot up. Now they've pretty much sold off that entire amount they shot up on, or that entire gain they had. They lost it all. Walmart's down about 8%. But again, today it went up 1%. We are starting to get some buying pressure above the 180 SMA. And if this starts cracking above the highs, double top high from July, early August, end of July, early August, 135, there could be a continuation here on Walmart. I'll actually put my alert at 134. Mark is at or above. And we could be going back to the 140s like that if that were to end up playing out. So let's see the next one here. Costco, ticker symbol COST. Costco is one that I would say the chart doesn't look as good as Walmart's. I mean, let's go back and see that. Let me compare. Walmart looks a little bit stronger chart-wise, but if we end up getting buying pressure on Costco at about, let's say, let me actually pop the ticker symbol up. That helped, guys. This is not working. Let me click it here. Sorry about that. If we get buying pressure above, well, we kind of are already, but if this continues at 520.30, maybe it starts breaking out into the 540s, maybe we could start moving up to that 50 SMA, mid 500s. Maybe we start going back to the 560s, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself because in that same breath, we have a head and shoulders here, which we don't have on Walmart's chart, which is why I think Walmart looks a little bit better, but who knows? We did pretty much, have a flat day on Costco today. Buyers did come in. We have to wait and see now. What direction are we going to pick? It's a little bit too early to tell. That's ticker symbol COST. The next one is good old Lowe's, ticker symbol LOW. And this kind of looks more similar, I'd say, to Walmart's chart. And you guys can see here, we just had a blow-off top rally pretty much after earnings about 2 weeks ago. And it just needed to cool off. I mean, it just needed to cool off, and it's done exactly that. Lowe's has come down from 225 to about 200. It's lost about 8-9%. Not too bad. That's not even a correction, guys. Mind you, a correction is 10% drop. Bear market is 20 plus, and I don't know if there's a threshold after that. I mean, I'd say depression would be 50+% or maybe 75%. I don't know, whatever. I just made that up. But 10% correction, 20% bear market. They're not even at correction status yet. And at this point, we're right at the 180 SMA, 190, 195. Sure, it might come down a little bit more, but if we end up holding 195, 200, I could see another rally coming right around the corner here on Lowe's. I think that if I remember correctly, they reported pretty good numbers. I have to double check that, but I think their earnings were not too bad that they reported just about 2 weeks ago. So this is one that I'm going to be watching very heavily on this pullback. Another one that I'm looking at is UNH, United Health Group. I know you guys probably know this company. Maybe you don't, but it's a boring healthcare company, let's be honest. But it's also coming down here. It's pulling back pretty nicely, and as of now, we have not really gotten a huge confirmation of buying pressure or breakout, but we are seeing some buying pressure, a little bit. We are starting to see something here at the 180 SMA, which is right around 520, 525 here on the 4-hour chart. So I'm going to set my alert I might put it at 530 on this one. Actually, it's right around 530 now. Let me do it at 535. Mark is at or above. If that point breaks, that'd be the confirmation I think I'd need to see for this to potentially come back to about 550. That'd be the move that I'm looking at, about 3.5-4% here on United Health Group. And the last one of the video, guys, and if you stuck till the end, I appreciate you all. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Say stuck till the end. Say something like that so I know you stuck till the end. We have PayPal, guys, PYPL, which right off the bat, it's a clear as day head and shoulders. Left shoulder right here, head, right shoulder. We're under the 50 SMA, but we're still above the 180 SMA. So we're essentially in a wedge as well, along with that head and shoulders. So I need to see direction here on PayPal. And quite frankly, I would not mind if this were to come down under the wedge, right? If the bear started to, dominate completely, we broke the wedge, the downside, we broke the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. I wouldn't mind that because guess what? I would buy more shares for the long term because PayPal is a company that I think is a pretty decent value right now. I could be wrong. Who knows? I mean, I've never said I've gotten every stock, right? That's just impossible. But this is one that I think I'm going to do well on long term. And, if it does start getting back into the 80s, near the 70s, somehow back into the 60s, which who knows, might never happen. But if it does, I'm going to be buying more aggressively as it gets lower and lower. But on the flip side, let's say it doesn't crack under the 90s, it starts breaking out of the wedge to the upside. We could end up getting a move to $100, $105, maybe even higher. And that, I wouldn't necessarily buy into that breakout for my long-term account, but I would consider trading that move, right? So for me personally, you guys probably know this, and I'm sure a lot of you do it the same way. I have a long-term account, and then I have a trading account, right? And then the long-term account is more, blue chip companies, safer investments, ETFs, things like that, right? And in the trading account, not that I'm a complete degenerate in the trading account, but there's a little bit more risk involved because it's short term, it's trading. And in that account, within that account, which is a taxable account, by the way, and I'm not the kind of guy that's trading in my retirement account. I mean, you guys can do that, but I don't do that. It's in a taxable account. In that account, I would consider trading the breakout here on PayPal if it were to pick that, that direction. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you stuck to the end, again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drop a comment. I appreciate you all. As always, hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure to check out my Patreon if you want all my buy, sells, call outs, all that good stuff, morning videos in real time. That is on Patreon, link down below. And do not forget, I'm telling you guys, it's free money. 12 stocks from Webull, 13 stocks from Moomoo. All those are linked down below. And with that being said, cheers, guys. I got my little half a gallon jug here. We're chugging on that water. Stay hydrated. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.